you. That was my question for you this evening. I am getting myself prepared as a lady. Where should I sit as a lady in waiting? Because I know I'm gonna be a great wife. Where I should sit and and be ready.
I think that you should sit in your femininity everywhere you go. If you go out on a date, you that woman, you're modest, your conversation says that, the way you look, your demeanor, your meekness, the way you dress, everything that you do shouts out femininity. You have to align yourself with what God has told you that you are from the beginning. And if you need to know what that is, it's a blueprint. Go back to Corinthians and Ephesians. Just read over, and it tells you Proverbs all through up and through there. It tells you exactly what you need to look like.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you that, and all you gotta do is walk that out. Because a man that's looking for a wife will smell you. He'll sense it. He'll
Right.
know that you are that one, and he'll do exactly what you said. He'll find you.
So I see a lot of women struggling with this. And I think that society has gotten us so far away from who we naturally are as women that these type of questions come up quite a bit. There's also been a lot of misconceptions around the fact that a woman will be in her femininity or show her femininity when there's masculinity around. That's just simply not true. I personally went to finishing school, and we weren't around men, and they didn't pull femininity out of us for us to act feminine or to behave feminine. It's just a trait that you exude when you meet certain characteristics. So just to be clear on exactly how to spot a classy or feminine woman, I'm going to give you some tips on what to look for. So class is a multifaceted concept that involves a combination of behaviors, attitudes, and personal style. So I'm going to give you 7 tips on how to spot a classy or feminine woman. So confidence is a big one. Confidence is basically the woman knows herself, and she's not trying to impersonate or be someone else for anybody. She knows herself. She wears that proudly. Number 2 is respectful behavior. Anyone who respects themselves and respects others is respectful in my book. And that means, when someone's speaking, allowing them to finish their point and then getting your point out. Now, if someone disrespects you, you can act accordingly. But I think a lot of people just don't understand the word respect and what that means. Appropriate dressing. This is a big one in 2023. And the reason I say that is women are told that they're empowered to dress however they desire and that a man should just go along with it. But in reality, you attract what you are. So if you're dressing promiscuous, then you're going to attract promiscuous attention. Number 4 is good grooming. So I think any person should be groomed well. It doesn't matter if you're feminine. It doesn't matter if you're masculine. You should keep yourself clean and presentable at all times. Positive attitude. So usually women who are feminine, they're pleasurable to be around. They're good to be around. And it usually brings happiness out of others. There's a certain light about that person that kind of shines when they walk in the room. And lastly, kindness. So just being kind to others, again, that respect word is very big. Smiling when you're outside. I used to use that excuse, that whole resting bee face. And in reality, it's projecting energy that I possibly didn't want to project. And I try to pay attention to, how my face is resting when I'm outside now, because, you can miss out on opportunities that way. So remember that presenting yourself with class is not being stuck up or an elitist or sedity, like some Black people like to call it. It's just knowing yourself, and you have self-respect, and you respect others. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with presenting yourself that way or just being a classy person in general. You will attract haters sometimes, and that's okay. You're doing something right if they're hating on you. But let me know what you guys think in the comments.